is, have you ever looked at someone and felt something was off, even when you couldn't explain it? Maybe it was the way they held their shoulders, or how their eyes didn't match their job, or that strange, quiet steadiness older folks recognize instantly. That's exactly what one man in the corner noticed the moment the cleaner stepped onto that gym floor, because his hands weren't trembling from age, but from holding too much history. And if the black belt had paid even half as much attention, he might have realized the cleaner wasn't avoiding eye contact out of fear, but out of patience, the dangerous kind. Now you'll understand why this story carries the title Black Belt Asked a Black Cleaner to Fight for Fun, what happened next left all speechless, and why the thumbnail challenges with Can Black People Fight? Because behind those words sits a hidden past, a humiliating dare, and a reversal no one in that room were prepared to witness that he arrived every evening at the same hour, pushing his mop away so men push burdens. Slow, silent, familiar. Nobody knew his name, but everyone had noticed a thin, faded scar running from his wrist to his elbow, the kind that doesn't come from kitchen knives or accidents. Some thought it was old surgery. Others assumed it was nothing. Only one older man in the back had muttered, "That's not a working man's scar, that's a soldier's scar." But no one listened. To them, he was just a cleaner, mid-50s, quiet, eyes always scanning the room like he was measuring distances. He watched the fighters with a stillness that almost felt studious. Yet he never said a word. No bragging. No stories. Just a man doing his job that a man everyone thought they understood. Then there was Marcus, the gym's golden boy. Young, fast, proud, and always recording himself with a little red GoPro strapped to his chest. His signature laugh echoed before he even entered the room. Loud, sharp, the kind that made his friends hype him up whether he deserved it or not. Tonight, the gym was full, and Marcus needed content. He'd already filmed 2 takedowns for Instagram and wanted a third. Something funny. Something humiliating. And when he spotted the cleaner sweeping near the mats, that smirk spread across his face. His friends nudged him. "Do it. Bro, make it go viral." Social pressure is a dangerous fuel, and Marcus drank all of it. Marcus stepped forward, chest out, arms loose, filming the whole thing. "Hey, old man," he called. "Wanna spar a little? Just for fun." The gym chuckled. A few shook their heads. But one older trainer, white hair, stiff posture, arms crossed, stopped mid-stride. His eyes narrowed at the cleaner's stance. Something about the way the man's weight shifted, the angle of his feet. "That's not how janitors stand," the trainer whispered. But no one heard him. Marcus and his friends were already circling the cleaner like he was some harmless sideshow. And every senior watching, from the benches to the treadmills, felt that old familiar sting, the humiliation of being challenged by someone who assumes you can't defend yourself. The cleaner slowly set his mop aside, wiped his palms on his work pants, and inhaled once, deep, controlled, almost meditative. His shoulders relaxed, his feet settled, and his eyes finally lifted toward Marcus, calm, steady, unshakable. "If you want to fight," he said quietly, "all right." The gym hushed. Something about the way he exhaled felt rehearsed, dangerous, familiar. Then he added, so gently it almost sounded polite, "But don't blame me for how it ends." It wasn't bravado. It wasn't threat. It was warning. The kind a man only gives when he already knows the outcome. Marcus rushed in first, like he always did, high kick, sharp angle, perfect form. His GoPro caught everything. But the moment his foot sliced through the air, the cleaner simply pivoted. 1 inch to the left. 1 breath. 1 shift. The mat squeaked under his boot. Marcus's kick hit nothing but air. A whisper went through the room. Marcus tried again. Faster, harder, sweat flicking off his brow. But the cleaner's movements were slow, deliberate, almost lazy. He didn't dodge. He predicted. Before Marcus moved, the cleaner was already somewhere else. A footstep, a pause, a turn of the wrist. Panic flickered in the black belt's eyes as his strikes grew frantic, sloppy. The gym was dead silent now, except for Marcus's labored breathing and the soft, unsettling calm of the man who seemed to see every attack before it even started. Finally, Marcus stumbled back, chest heaving, pride leaking out of him with every gasp. The cleaner walked toward him, not aggressive, not triumphant, just steady. "Son," he said softly, "the things I survived, They teach you to move different. Before Marcus could ask what that meant, the old trainer from earlier stepped closer, squinting hard. Hold on. No, it can't be. Another man near the weight rack froze. Wait, is that? My cousin trained under someone who moved exactly like that. A third whispered, I've seen footage from the unit, from the old close combat program. The murmurs grew. Recognition spread like wildfire. Marcus's face drained to color, because suddenly everyone knew the cleaner wasn't a cleaner at all. Marcus swallowed hard. His eyes dropped to the floor. His breath shook. Sir, he muttered, voice cracking. I didn't know. He tried to look up but couldn't hold the man's gaze. His friends weren't laughing anymore. Some stepped back. Some stared at the mats. The cleaner didn't gloat, didn't lecture. He simply placed a firm, steady hand on Marcus's shoulder. Respect, he said softly, isn't about belts, boy. It's about what you don't see. And that line landed harder than any punch Marcus had thrown that night. Because for once, he wasn't the strongest person in the room. He wasn't even close. But here's what nobody in that gym expected. The cleaner's past wasn't the only secret walking through that town. Because just a week later, another man, one far more arrogant, far more powerful, would insult someone he never should have crossed, someone whose authority could change an entire community with a single signature. And that story, you're not ready for how that one ends.